Good evening. My name is David Fryman. I'm the past president of the Shari Torah Men's Club in Gaithersburg, Maryland. I now serve as the president of the Shari Torah congregation. Welcome to our presentation on the Abba Yudaya. First, I'd like to thank the convention organizers for recognizing the importance of this topic and allowing us some time to address the men. The Abba Yudaya is the Jewish community of East Africa, centered around the small city Mbale, Uganda, and stretching into Kenya. Like some of you, I was introduced to the Abba Yudaya at the 2015 FJMC convention in Miami Beach. Seaboard sponsored Aaron Moses to join us in Miami. Aaron was the director of the Hadassah Primary School and the first president of the Abba Yudaya Men's Club. Aaron and I became fast friends. I fondly remember our first hilarious conversation where he described all of the fun and interesting things he saw on his first walk down South Beach. I missed the 2019 FJMC convention to travel to Mbale to participate in the celebration marking 100 years of Jewish presence in Uganda, a presence that survived British colonial pressures and persecution from Idi Amin. During my time in and around Mbale, I got to know many members of the community, and I maintained several friendships from my trip. I saw how the community lives mostly as subsistence farmers, meaning they grow their own food and they have little cash on hand. I saw firsthand the beauty of this community, but I also saw the insecurity that exists in a subsistence environment. Coronavirus has been disastrous to the Abba Yudaya community. The disease and the shutdown hit Uganda and the rural Abba Yudaya community very hard. Their food and medical insecurities were all realized when they were forced to close their schools. Without the Zoom option that we definitely take for granted in the United States, their children were without formal education for more than a year. The adults have been mostly unable to work, and without savings or access to work, life for the Abba Yudaya turned critical. FJMC, under Seaboard leadership, has raised thousands of dollars for the Abba Yudaya during shutdown, but it's not enough. Just when COVID stretched the community to the breaking point, another disaster struck. Aaron Moses, the founding president of the Abba Yudaya Men's Club, director of the Hadassah Primary School, and our friend, passed away unexpectedly in October 2020. Earlier that week, Aaron was distributing money that we had sent to the community, and by the end of the week, he was gone. A huge vacuum exists where Aaron once stood. In May, Ari Beezer, documentary filmmaker and son of new Seaboard Region President Eric Beezer, traveled to Mbale to see firsthand how the community has responded to the difficulties of the past year. In this video, you'll hear from Rabbi Jacob Blumenthal, CEO of USCJ and the Rabbinical Assembly. Rabbi Jacob visited Mbale in 2019 with his wife Marcy and a number of other rabbis from within the Masorti movement. You'll also hear from several of our friends in Mbale and see some of the cool projects they've been working on. I hope you enjoy this video and this introduction to the Abba Yudaya, a community that continues to inspire me.
I had the privilege of visiting the Abba Yudaya community in Uganda a little over a year ago. What an experience. It's an incredible community full of joy and ruach. Kabbalat Shabbat was an incredible experience, singing together both familiar tunes that conservative and Masorti congregations use in many countries, and also unique African melodies that have an amazing spirit. The hospitality and the warmth was just incredible. Another meaningful experience during my visit was studying Torah with the community's children and teens in the courtyard of the synagogue. Their knowledge of Torah stories was impressive as we talked about the patriarchs and the matriarchs. We talked about the responsibilities members of families have to one another, and how we Jews are all one family, brothers and sisters across the world. During our visit, I talked about the practice we have during the morning service of gathering our tzitzit together from all four corners of the talit. As we do it, we sing V'havienu l'shalom me'arba kanfot haaretz. May God bring the Jewish people together from all four corners of the earth. We're blessed to know Jews from every corner of our world, including the Abba Yudaya, and they are truly family. I can't wait for our next visit.
We are the Abba Yudaya, and the Abba Yudaya means the people of Judah. The community of native Ugandans who chose Judaism in 1919, when Semei Kakungulu, their leader, read from the Christian Bible. He tore off the New Testament later from his Bible and maintained the Old Testament and observed the rules of Torah according to his own individual interpretation as the first rabbi of this community.
When Idi Amin outlawed the practice of Judaism in Uganda, it resembles the Hanukkah story. YJC members, the young Jewish community in Uganda were like the Maccabees. Where we are right now is a cave where the Abayudaya members used to hide and have services, like on Kabelat Shabbat, even during Sukkot, they used to come and congregate here.
Our fathers couldn't accept with the rules of Idi Amin. They continued their Jewish services in this synagogue. That is during the 1970s. Idi Amin, if you would misbehave, he would put you on a firing squad. After fearing to pray from the other synagogue, and you come and hide here, automatically we were in fears. And while we were praying, someone would be on the top of that stone. Someone to watch if there are some people who would come, so he would come and warn us. My father had a plot somewhere to grow rice, but he was just caught with just a Bible, reading. And they said, oh, this man is practicing his service, Jewish services here. He was caught by the chiefs of the area. And the only way he did was to bribe those people. So he bribed them by giving them a goat. Until 1979, when he was overthrown. That is when they left this place. That although this place is now occupied, we have to purchase this piece of land so that it becomes our site of tourists for the whole Jewish community in the world. So that's why I'm planning, I want to talk with some of them so that we construct we acquire this place here. It is very historical.
My father, Aaron Kint Moses, wow. May his soul rest in peace. I believe that he's one of the legends because him and others started the Jewish culture, which had gone down in the regime of Amin. So he was one of the young boys who started to bring or call upon the other youths who were still interested to come over and begin the journey of Judaism in Uganda.
Aaron, my brother, may his soul rest in peace, was deeply religious, very committed, and a voluntary leader of our community. He was very, very, very important in his time as an educator. He held the education program for our community. And with him, we have achieved a lot. Many of our children have gone to school because of him, of his presence. So not only acting as a leader, but he acted as a model for those who wanted to continue with education. And his leadership at Hadassah Primary School was very, very, very important. That Hadassah was one of the star schools in the region of Mbale. And at one time, it appeared in papers as one of the star schools in the country. So he was very committed and dedicated. But also his love for Judaism was outstanding. Everything he did was promotion of Judaism. He promoted Judaism in his family, in public. He would wear kippah in public. He was not shy to do so. And, He was our hero.
Actually, every time I speak or think about him, I don't think he's, maybe, let's say, I don't think he's not alive. I think he is still alive just because of whatever he did in our community. He taught us, at the same time, he gave us jobs. So what he did in the community is a lot, not only teaching, but creating jobs.
My father had love for the family. My father could teach us Torah like every day. If I don't teach Hebrew, if I don't teach Judaica, if I don't teach other subjects, or if I don't sit and work as he used to do, he'll be dead forever. And the generation will end there. Like Hadassah, the kids of this year will not have any chance to receive what my father used to teach, or would have taught if he was alive. I don't want to be blamed for what the future may see, what I didn't do or we didn't do as a generation. So we need to carry on the spirit.
Listen to the future sound, as sweet future sounds. It sounds again.
Hey, my name is Angwash Racheldina, going to present a poem entitled The Futures of Tomorrow.
The children of today, we are the futures of tomorrow. The children of today, we are the futures of tomorrow. The children of today, we are the futures of tomorrow.
Oh, Hadassah Primary School, so beautiful. Education system, so wonderful. Persist for the future. We do, like it says, our motto, because we are the futures of tomorrow. Our teachers, motivated they are, so caring and loving. Oh, Hadassah School, deserve, don't you appraise?
Yes.
We got memories to pin. We don't regret about the past. With a lot of confidence, we handle our present from January to December. No retreat, no surrender. Yes, we thank our directors, teachers, and all well-wishers for the great support. Together we can, for God and my country.
The children of today, we are the futures of tomorrow. The children of today, we are the futures of tomorrow. The children of today, we are the futures of tomorrow.
So to enjoy life, I call life, but also Judaism. Judaism is life. To enjoy those two, you need to have some form of sustainability. And unfortunately, our people have not reached a level of self-sustainability. If we overcome that, we will be able to be happy on Pesach, Shavuot, Sukkot, and other opportunities. And education is actually very, very important. We have done a lot. We have Hadassah, we have Semei Kakunguru. We had a university fund for kids who would go, but then it also stopped. And it is a challenge. It is a drawback. But in the past, we have been very successful taking our children to school. Our main challenge is economic. I get so many complaints from outside for people here who ask, individuals who ask for individual help. I don't have food, I need a hospital help, and so on. So my appeal to the larger Jewish world out there is that our community needs a microfinance, a microcredit facility that is going to help our people access credit, free credit or low interest credit, so they can be able to produce outside of subsistence farming and subsistence agriculture. That will help transform our community economically and to help our people improve their economic standards.
2020 was very tough to our people, and in fact, many of them couldn't get food, couldn't take their people for hospitalization, and the education sector was also affected. As a community, we lost one member, and it was very terrible. Though we have kept on encouraging up to now our people to make sure that they stay safe, they always wash their hands, they use sanitizers, keep social distance. And during this hard time, I want to thank the FGMCA, especially the Seaboard region and all of the men's club that I may not mention, who managed to stand with us during that variable time. They raised some funds. We managed to supply several food stuffs and items that were needed for use to many families in Uganda. So I really thank them very much for standing with us, and I pray that they continue to stand with us. So when we realized that all sectors were very much affected, Sam and I and some men from Abayudaya, we discussed several ways how we can keep on moving and what else could we do. So we came up with the idea, after carrying out many consultations, we came up with the idea of poultry enterprise, whereby we can keep birds for sale. That we got friends from still the FGMCA who connected us to another friend, so you can see, and they managed to answer our proposal by funding our current project that you're saying. So we are keeping specifically broiler birds for sale, and as I can speak, we already have some grown-up birds ready for eating, as you have all seen, and we intend to sell them. But our intention is not only to keep 500 birds. We plan to have a very big farm that can offer solution to some other members of the community. We want at least, if our farm can employ about 2,000 people, that would be a solution to a community which is already struggling. This is a data-driven project whereby you have to record each and everything, from the temperature in the room, the behavior of the birds, the feeds, the drinkers, even the weather outside. My one last message to the men outside there, because we have this plan of trying to help the Abayudaya community and to employ as many people. We can't just do this alone. We need support. And my humble appeal to the men outside there is, please make a donation towards Abayudaya enterprise, specifically the poultry farming, so that you can make our dream happen. I thank you very much, and I wish you a nice convention.
Thank you for joining us to learn about the Abayudaya, and I hope you all appreciate the beauty of this isolated Jewish community. I want to thank Ari Beezer for his dedication to this project and for donating his talents to this effort. Coronavirus cases are once again on the rise in Mali. Until restrictions are lifted and the community can get back to work, Jewish organizations like the FJMC must stand up and fight for the survival of the Abayudaya. For those of you inspired to participate in our fight, I offer 3 paths for your participation. The first path is to get involved in our efforts through your leadership. Please contact Eric Beezer or me to join our organizing efforts. Emails can be sent to abayudaya@fjmc.org. You're also welcome to reach out directly to Rabbi Gershom at rabbigershom@gmail.com with any specific questions you may have about how you can help. The second path is to donate funds to purchase food for the community and to provide scholarships for the Hadassah Primary School. We're collecting these funds through a Seaboard website at abayudaya.seaboardfjmc.us. It costs approximately $250 to educate and feed an Abu Udaya child for 1 year, and $50 can feed an Abu Udaya family for a month. Dollars go far in that part of the world. Please be generous. I'm a synagogue president, so I ask people for money all the time. Today, I'm not asking you to donate a few bucks to help your shul put on a program. I'm not asking you to buy supplies for your religious school. I'm asking you to step up to fill a once-in-a-generation role to lift up an entire Jewish community. In generations past, many of our families were helped by unknown Jews, opening their wallets to support them through organizations like HIAS and the Jewish Joint Distribution Committee. These organizations won't operate in Uganda, so it's up to us to step up to provide for our Jewish brethren in a way that many once supported our families. The third path is for those with the means to get involved at a higher level of philanthropy. The Abu Udaya Men's Club leadership is looking for funders willing to help seed several businesses like the poultry enterprise. Plans are being drawn up now for several enterprises, including a hair salon, a coffee exportation business, and a beekeeping collective. I ask that those of you with the means to contribute larger sums to reach out to me directly at abuyudaya@fjmc.org to begin discussions about how your investment in the Abu Udaya can help generations of Ugandan Jews to find their place in the world. While today the situation is bleak, the community has rallied to make progress that will help launch the Abu Udaya forward as COVID restrictions are lifted. I want to make it clear, the Abu Udaya have no intention of requiring our tzedakah forever. 2021 marks a new beginning for the Abu Udaya, a beginning where our investments, coupled with hard work on the ground, will build a sustainable future for our brothers in East Africa. Our responsibility as Jews is to provide for the short-term needs of this imperiled community while keeping an eye to the future to help the community to rise even further on its own. I hope you can join us. I'm proud of the work the Abu Udaya have done to build their community over the past 100 years. I'm proud of the work the FJMC has done in support of their initiatives. I'm confident that our investments in the Abu Udaya will help to build a more prosperous future, a more prosperous Jewish future in Bali. Thank you for joining us.
Baruch atah Adonai Elohei melech haolam borei puri hagafen borei puri hagafen la 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei minei bisamim borei minei bisamim la 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 Baruch atah Adonai Elohei melech haolam borei meorei ha'esh borei meorei ha'esh la 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamavdil ben kodesh lechol ben chol lechoshech ben Yisrael amim ben yom hashvi'i לששת ימי המעשה ברוך אתה אדוני המבדיל בין קודש לחול לה 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 Shavuatov, 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 Shavu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Agiladi.